There is speculation that Wednesday next, Enoch Burke may be released from Mountjoy prison by the High Court, because it's reported in the Irish Times this morning that informed sources are saying that the disciplinary procedure in the school, in Wilson's Hospital School in Multifarnham, will be brought to a conclusion on Wednesday. The Board of Management in the school is meeting on Wednesday, and by bringing the disciplinary to a conclusion, I presume they're going to issue a decision, a determination arising from the disciplinary about allegations of misconduct against Enoch Burke, the teacher. Obviously, at the end of any disciplinary, there is a range of sanctions or penalties open to the employer, and that will depend very much on the disciplinary procedure in the workplace. But if it's a standard disciplinary procedure, and there's no reason to think that it's not, then the penalties that may arise would run from the Board of Management of the school deciding that Mr. Burke had no case to answer and to go back to work. That's unlikely, let's face it, in the circumstances. It could go to a verbal warning, it could go to a written warning, the sanction could be a final written warning, or the sanction could be termination or dismissal. So I suppose a lot of money would be on, or people would be expecting that perhaps termination of the employment contract is a possibility. I don't want to prejudge anything, but I suppose it's a possibility. But in any case, the speculation is that the Board of Management meeting on Wednesday will bring the disciplinary to an end. And if that's the case, the original purpose for the injunction to keep Mr. Burke away from the school prior to the disciplinary being concluded, that will no longer be needed or necessary, because the disciplinary will have been finished. So that's what's supposed to happen on Wednesday, and it is a way for the High Court to release Mr. Burke without purging his contempt, because it's quite possible, I'm speculating here, but it's quite possible that the school legal team will go into the High Court on Wednesday and say that the disciplinary has come to an end and that they no longer wish to have the injunction in place, or there's no longer a need for the injunction, and they would be in the hands of the court, as it were, as to whether Mr. Burke will be released or not. But it would be a way for him to be released from prison. Clearly, it's not something that can last for any significant length of time, in my view, and there are other considerations to be taken into account. But this may be a way, and it seems to be heading that way, for Mr. Burke to be released from Mountjoy prison without purging his contempt. And the school obviously seem to be taking a view as well that they're going to bring the disciplinary process to an end on Wednesday, and that's, you can speculate yourself as to what the outcome of the disciplinary will be. But given everything that's happened, it's hard to see the employment relationship continuing. Now, I'm only guessing here, and I don't know, but that is what is being speculated this morning in the Irish Times. So that may bring an end to the situation. Anyway, I hope you find this video informative or useful or of some value. If you do, I'd appreciate if you gave it the thumbs up down below. Thanks a lot.